Episode 22 would have been episode 23, but I announced it, last week. Some stuff happened, bad stuff, and just took me off, shook me and all that, and I just didn't have it in me to film. I do apologise, but I did announce it, and well, I'm back up now, hopefully. Anyways, I've got a good video planned as well, and it's a very important video. And obviously, it's about the harsh reality of self improvement. And well, I've been doing it for 2.5 years now, self improvement, and I'm going to tell you the harsh reality of it. I'm going to tell you the truths, the things that you might think are false or you just don't know about. So yeah, but don't think this is an episode to make you go off self improvement. Like, if you're thinking of starting it, I'm not telling you to don't start it, and if you have started it, I'm not going to tell you to quit, because no, it's a very good thing you're doing. If you have started it and if you're deciding to, do recommend to do it, because it changes your life. It will change your future. So we're going to get straight into it. And the first thing I'm going to go through is it takes longer than you think. And that is aligned with Murphy's second law, which is everything takes longer than you think it will. And while my example of that is, I remember when I first started, I also mentioned this last episode, I thought within like a year I'd be chilling. I thought within a year I'd be making like hundreds of hundreds of pounds a month, thousands of pounds a month. But here I am over 2 years later. I'm not even there yet. I'm not saying it to be negative. I'm not saying any of these things to be negative. I'm just saying it so you can prepare, so you don't get knocked, if you know what I mean. So you can keep going through the obstacles, because that's what you gotta do. It's tough stuff. It's no light road. It's not no easy road. It is tough. But yeah, things will take longer than you think. You will get surprised at times. Some things you might even be like, "Ooh, that happened quicker than what I thought." But overall, things will definitely take longer than what you expect them to. Now, everyone's different. Everybody's experience is about different, kind of. You might succeed within a year, whilst I haven't. You might succeed longer than I. Everybody's path is different. Everybody's journey is different. So focus on your own. But what you expect, what you think will happen, will just take longer. So yeah, I think takes longer than what you think it will. And it's just one of those things. But from that, you can take the fact that it's preparing you. You can make sure, and if it does take longer, well, it's good, because if you make mistakes and all that, you learn from them easier, and you can, like I said, fully really prepare and make sure you're ready. So yeah, that is the first thing. The second thing is quite upsetting, is you will definitely lose people. Now, I had quite a good amount of friends when I started self-improvement, and like before that I had probably like nearly 10 friends or something, 10 good mates as well. I had like best mate when I started, because I'm not mates with them anymore, but it's like through self-improvement, through getting better, you just lose mates either naturally, or it's your decision to part ways with them. Like you're down here and you and your mates are down here. I'm not saying you're better than anyone. I'm not saying you should get rid of them. It's just one of those natural things. I mean, like, try and make them get better themselves, but like, come on this journey with me and all that. But if not, then you may have to part, because they may drag you down. But anyways, let's say you start here and your friends are here. Whilst they stay here, your friends, you keep getting further and further and further away and getting better. And through that is what makes you lose your friends, and just other stuff in natural, like God remove one of my friends. And I'm not saying it was a horrible thing. I'm not saying it's a horrible thing to do it, but while it needed to happen, I suppose. Because he did it, but I lost my best mate like 7 years, like my longest mate I had, because all my other mates from like primary school and all that, obviously go separate ways, forget about them and all that. But I think it were heartbreaking, really. It were horrible. Like, I've just sat there thinking, I remember like 7 years all gone in like a day, and it's just one of those things. And because of that, and before I've lost other friends, I decided I didn't want to really speak to anymore, because they were just becoming bad people, and I didn't want to hang around with bad people. and they were doing like different things to me now while I was doing different things to them. Whilst they were doing like drugs and drinking and all that, I was working out, trying to improve, trying to get my business going and all that. So just through that as well, I dropped some mates. So I went from having 10 really good friends, or more in fact, to I now have 2 to 3 good friends, and I don't really speak to them that much because they're all busy with life. So yeah, other people I started with. I remember this girl I used to message before. She was really nice, and I do wish I did date her, but I didn't because of self-improvement, and I chose my future, I chose my goals, I chose getting better over her because I just didn't think I'd be good enough for her, and I just couldn't focus with her. And it sucks, but I know now she's got an amazing boyfriend, and hopefully, they live happily ever after. But yeah, like that, I lost, some good friend, pretty much a girlfriend. I started dating someone while I was doing this self-improvement thing, and then I lost them as well. So you gain some people, you lose some people. Like, one of the friends that I have now was a friend I stopped talking to, and he's now my best mate. So it's a nice touch, it's a nice thing to do. So, yeah, but you will definitely lose people. So when you start losing people, don't be surprised. It's going to happen. And it may be hard to look around and look at your mates, like, just think, am I going to lose them? But sometimes it's not up to you, sometimes it is, it's just one of those things. So be wise and make sure you pick the right decision if it's your decision, and if not, don't fight it, don't battle with it, just keep moving on, and eventually they'll be replaced by someone, whether it's you who replaces them, or just life in general, or like God just says, here's a new friend. So yeah, that's the second thing. And the third thing is, it's not easy. It is not easy at all. It's not like I said, it's not an easy road. It's not. It's very demanding. And I'm not even perfect at it, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of slacking at the moment. I will be very, very honest with you, but still, it's very tiring, it's very demanding, you have to make a load of sacrifices. I mean, I didn't really do this before anyways, but like, let's say you go out drinking and all that, and you go out for late nights, and you can still have some fun, I get that, but you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot. Like, Xbox I sacrificed, but I brought it back because I missed it, but now because I'm so busy catching up with myself because I'm slacking on whatever, I don't even go on that anymore. I don't really go out anymore. Hopefully that changes soon. Get tomorrow maybe, with what might happen, and I might be getting a new car tomorrow, which is exciting. But yeah, it's hard, it's a difficult thing, it's very tiring, it's very demanding. Like, I'm tired all the time because of that, and just because of me being stupid sometimes, staying up late or whatever, but you're pretty much tired all the time, that might be my fault because my sleeping pattern ain't the best, but even before then, when it was good, you still get tired, so it's just one of those things. It's very demanding, it's very tough, but it is good, it is rewarding, I will admit, and it does make you good about yourself, like being disciplined and all that. And like, all of these things, yes, they are bad, but it stops you from like going towards the truly bad things of like being a drug addict and failing in life and wasting your life, So yes, there is bad things in self-improvement, but those bad things are essentially good things compared to the truly bad things in life. So yeah, but that is another thing. It's not easy. It is not. It's very tiring. There's a lot of pain. So yeah, you don't grow without pain. So there is a lot of pain. So be prepared. Be prepared. I mean, the first few months or whatever, the first month is not going to be much pain, I promise you. It's more exciting. But like with everything, it's exciting first. Then there's like a big obstacle, which is like, are you sure you're going to keep going on with this? And then you get over that, and then it's good again, and then it's back and forth being good and bad and good and bad and all that. So yeah, but that's what it is. Don't think the self-improvement thing is easy, because it ain't. After that, it's you have to fight with yourself pretty much every day. There's the good side of you, there's the bad side of you, and they're going to keep fighting each other and going at each other. Just one of those things that happens to me all day, and sometimes I win, sometimes I go to the good side, sometimes I go to the bad side. Like the Stoics say, You know, you can either grab the good handle or the bad handle, or the right handle or the left handle. There's two handles, grab the right one, and that's what it is. But I do lust still and all that stuff, so there is a lot of times where I do go grab the wrong handle, I listen to my bad self, but you do have to fight with yourself pretty much every day to do something or not do something, or to make a decision or something. You have to fight with your past self, to change. Your old self is going to be there and your new self is going to be there, and it's going to be going back and forth, and well, you've got to pick one or the other, and sometimes you're going to pick the wrong one, and I've done that, like I said, but hopefully you learn from that, and hopefully you can start picking the right person, the better you, the better version of you. So yeah, you have to fight yourself a lot with telling yourself do stuff to not do stuff, everything, going back and forth with yourself, shouting at yourself, screaming at yourself, amazing at yourself and all that. But I suppose to combat that is be a friend to yourself, but still there will still be moments where you just have to fight yourself. So yes, I will tell that is another thing that I learned. Number 5, it's constant, It genuinely is constant. It's just constant every day. Yeah, I suppose you can have some rest days. I have had some rest days of like just not doing anything, but it is constant. Self-improvement is a life choice. It's not just a thing you decide to do every so often, like some days yes, some days no. Once you do self-improvement, once you start it, it's a thing for life. It's constant. It's every day, okay? Every day. Which it is easy to get into the routine of doing it, but it is, like I said earlier, it's painful and all that, it's tiring, but yeah, just understand it's constant, understand there's going to be times you're not going to have a single break in life, life is going to keep throwing you stuff more and more and more, and whilst you're begging it to stop, it's not. More stuff just gets thrown at you, more crap gets thrown at you, and well, that's happened to me recently, so yeah, but that's another thing. It is constant. It's a constant battle. It's a constant journey. It's a constant thing you have to do every day. It's constant. So yeah, it is rewarding though. Like I will always keep in mind you, it is rewarding though. There is those good times in self-improvement. I'm not just saying it's a completely negative thing all the time. I'm just making sure you're not going to be falsified and lied to, People going, oh, it's so easy or whatever, because it's not. Another thing is, just because you have it doesn't mean it stays. What do I mean by this? Well, it means everything really. People, business, situations, whatever. Just because you have something, like even at a level, and I've learned this recently especially, just because you have something, just because you've got somewhere doesn't mean you will stay there, doesn't mean it stays. You can lose what you've gained. Just because you have it doesn't mean it stays. Just because you've gained it doesn't mean it's going to be there forever. You have it, you gain it, and then you have to keep hold of it. You have to keep going, really. So yeah, don't just think like what I did. Don't just think that once you have it, that's it. It's there forever, because it's not. It can just go. You can drop it. It can go, and then you have to go and pick it back up, and all that, or get back to that level. So understand that as well. Keep that in mind. Prepare, and make sure that once you have it, you keep hold of it. The second to last thing is people will be against you. That's just part of it. And you may be thinking, who can be against you? Anyone. Anyone can be against you. Friends, family, people you love, people you hate, people you trusted, people you didn't trust, people you've never met, people you see every day. Anyone can turn against you. Anyone can be against you. And the two main causes of that I think is jealousy and doubt. People doubt you, and people get jealous over you. They doubt you because you think that you can't do it, and it's maybe they doubt themselves, so because of that they doubt you, and jealousy. I've witnessed both many times. Like one of my old mates, he got jealous of me becoming better whilst he was staying the same or getting worse, and I remember telling me, you're not exactly getting better because everyone else is getting better in life, so you're just staying the same. I'm the different one. I'm the better one because I'm being different to other people. I'm like, what? But yeah, people get jealous over your growth, even if you haven't made loads of money, or even if you aren't ripped or anything like that. Just you trying to change, you trying to get better, makes people jealous, especially those who can't be asked to do any of that, who didn't decide to do that, you know, especially if it's too late for them, which is never really too late for anyone to start improving and all that, no matter how young or how old you are. But it's just one of those things, jealousy and doubt, they're the two main causes of it, you know. So yeah, anyone can be against you. Sometimes it's yourself that's against you, you know. But like when I'm going back to those, you know, the two sides of you that fight against each other, you know, yourself can be against yourself. But also the biggest help is yourself, you know, the biggest friend to yourself is yourself, because, well, really, the person who has most faith in you, the person who sees what you want to do in life and agrees with you, is yourself. Well, and God, but as people, it's yourself. You know, you are your biggest enemy, but you're also your bestest friend, you know, because you understand what you want to do, you believe in yourself, and you're with yourself 24/7. Your mind is with yourself 24/7, so you're with the journey the entire way, you know, with yourself. So yeah, but people will be against you. Don't expect everyone to be friendly, but then again, don't expect everyone to be your enemy, you know, because sometimes your enemies might be the ones who back you up, which is pretty crazy, but it's true. And then other times it's going to be the friends that try and tear you down. So yeah, that's what it is. People will be against you. But as I've mentioned as well, but we'll go deep into it, just because this is like this, just because these are the harsh realities, doesn't mean it's something you shouldn't do. Because this is what it is, this self-improvement journey and experiencing all that what I've mentioned in today's episode, and even more, is what gets you from now to being great, to living the best life you can live, whatever that may be, you know, whatever your opinion of the best life is, you know, because it's different for everyone. But that's what it is, you know. Just because this happens, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it, that you should walk away, that you should be scared. Well, being scared's okay, you know, but still keep going anyways. Just prepare. This is just basically telling you to prepare for what happens, you know, so when it does hit, it's not hurting, because as the Stoics say, the most painful blow is the one you least expect. So expect this, because it will happen, and when it does happen, you'll be like, oh, well, I expected that, and you move on in life, you know. I've experienced that many times, and it saves you a lot of time preparing and all that stuff. So yeah, do prepare, and this is what will help you with that, to prepare. So yeah, but that's what you have to go through, pain to grow, you know. That's what you have to go through to get better, because life's hurts anyways. I suppose life will hurt anyways. It's just the truth of it. As a kid, life is amazing, life is great, because you have people looking after you, you know. Well, for the majority of people, you know, you have like people looking after you, you know, you're kind of protected in a way. The world doesn't seem as harsh to you, the world seems more colourful to you. But as you grow up, you realise the realities. Life doesn't get harder, you just get stronger. Life, you know, life gets harder, but you get stronger. You know, life never gets easier. Essentially, it was never easy in the first place, which sucks, but it's the truth. You just get stronger as you grow. So, yeah. So you can either choose to do nothing and still experience pain and bad things, or you can strive for greatness and experience the same things as well. But at the same time, you experience greatness and you're proud of yourself. You can look in the mirror and be like, I'm proud of this person, you know. Or you might even look into the mirror and be like, I hate what you're doing, stop it, get improving, you know. So yeah, but I've done it 2.5 years now. 3 years soon. Started when I was 17, turning 17 in a bit, turning 20 in a month, less than a month now. So yeah, bit of serious stuff, but it's part of life, and it's changed my future forever. Whether what happens, it's changed my future forever, you know. And to think that what life has led for you to do this situation, to think about self-improvement and improving yourself. Like for me, if I didn't go to college, none of this, everything I've done, you know, everything I've written down in my books, every book I've read, everything I've learned, that would not have happened. Because I got this idea from college. So if I went to sixth form or didn't do any of that and just went straight into a job, my life would be very, very, very different. But no, God took me down the path of to become better. Or, and it's the same thing for you, whether you believe in him or not. I'm going to say it anyways. So just be grateful that life turned out this way, and be grateful that you've been given the opportunity to realise you need to become better, and that you want to become better, and that you can become better, and that you're going to chase your goals and chase your dreams. So, yeah. And that is that. So I hope you enjoyed, but it's a good episode. So yeah, but the book of recommendation and some wisdom. Now, maybe think what you're doing this for, but marketing. So yeah, but I recommend my ebooks today. There's the books I recommend. I put my heart and soul into them. Every word I write thinking of you as the reader, as the person I need to help. So please check them out. Smashwords, I'll be having a 25% sale starting the 1st of July, so look forward to that, and yeah, but I recommend my ebooks, link in the description, link in bio. So yeah, it's easy to find. I'm on Amazon and everywhere else. I distribute through Draft2 Digital. Draft2 Digital, yeah. So I'm on like Smashwords and Apple and yeah, I forgot all the names, but I'm on proper places, so it should be easy to find, So yeah, I really recommend checking out my ebooks. And the bit of wisdom I will give you today is this. Nothing good is easy to get. Nothing good becomes easy. It don't come to you straight away. It don't come to you like that, Anything good you want to have in life takes a lot of pain, a lot of courage, and a lot of effort to get, So it's the bad things that come easy. It's the bad things that are instant. It's the bad things that you can get like that. The good things you have to wait for, you have to be patient for, you have to be tested for. So, understand that good things aren't easy to get, and that's what makes them good. That's what makes them valuable, and that's what makes them great, So, yeah. But I hope you like today's episode. I'm feeling better, much better than last episode, and yeah. Keep going for myself and you. We all need to keep going together. So I wish you luck in your self-improvement journey, whether you started it, whether you're seasoned in it, been doing it the same amount as me, or doing it even longer, or even if you're deciding to start or not. Again, do start it, and I wish you luck, okay? I'll be praying for you. Right, peace.